This week, it's the Republicans' turn on the national stage as the RNC gets underway online and in person in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Party leaders are hoping to draw some contrast between themselves and Democrats in hopes of keeping President Trump in office for 4 more years. WGN's political reporter Tamon Bradley joining us with the latest, a preview, if you will.
You bet, Sean and Micah. When the convention was called to order today in Charlotte, delegates quickly nominated the president and vice president for a second term.
I proudly cast 67 votes for our president and the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Today, after Republicans nominated him, President Trump surprised convention goers with a speech.
We're going to win this election. The only way they can take this election away from us is if this is a rigged election.
This week, it's the Trump Show. The convention stars President Trump and his family. Mr. Trump has told his team he wants to be bigger and better than the Democratic National Convention last week. The president heads to the RNC facing a difficult re-election. He is running a deficit in state and national polls with voters pessimistic about the direction of the country. But Mr. Trump may have an opening.
On enthusiasm, the polls are saying that I'm up by massive numbers, not just a little. I'm also way up on the economy, by the way.
To rally support, the president and his surrogates plan to strike an optimistic note, highlighting America's greatness. The president's allies called last week's DNC dark and thin on policy specifics.
Joe Biden and the Democratic Party have been overtaken by the radical left. Their agenda is higher taxes, socialized medicine, open borders, abortion on demand.
President Trump is set to accept the GOP nomination Thursday from the White House. Vice President Mike Pence speaks Wednesday from Fort McHenry in Maryland, the site of the battle that inspired the Star-Spangled Banner, and First Lady Melania Trump appears from the Rose Garden on Tuesday. Highlights for tonight: Senator Tim Scott, former Ambassador Nikki Haley, Donald Trump Jr., and the St. Louis couple who stood outside their home pointing guns at Black Lives Matter protesters Mark and Patricia McCloskey. The list of people not appearing is notable. Former President George W. Bush and former Republican presidential nominee in 2012 Mitt Romney are not expected to speak. Democrats have made it a point to showcase Republicans who are not supporting President Trump. Today we learned former Illinois Governor Jim Edgar backs Joe Biden. But many in the state GOP are staying with the president.
Who are you going to vote for in November, Biden or Trump?
I'll vote for President Trump. Look, we all have a choice.
The Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo's speech is expected to be delivered from Jerusalem. He's receiving criticism because he's mixing official business with a political event, but his aides say the speech will not be paid for by taxpayers. Sean and Micah.
All right, Tamon, thank you very much.